Jimmy Z Show.
Well, I've got something else that happened on Facebook over the last couple of days, and I wanted to share this with you as well, because I've got to be honest. This is scary stuff. When conservatives start talking about a military coup and rationalizing that they want a military coup to remove Obama from office, that's dangerous stuff. It's not just that I disagree with the idea. It's that it would be the end of this country. Because we do not have any part of the Constitution that says, well, if the president is really bad, then you can let the military go in and get him out of there. No, there's no provision for a military coup. And so when you endorse a military coup, you're talking about the end of the United States of America. The Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, it's all out the window. You can't say, well, we're going to have a military coup and then we're going to put everything back where it belongs. Because now the military is in charge. And people don't get this. This guy, Michael, wrote this on Facebook, and I shared it with a criticism. He said, I saw a post with a picture asking if I would support a military coup to remove Barack Obama from office. I can't find that post, but my answer is as follows. And I want you to listen to his rationalization here. He says, this would not be a coup. I'm sorry, but a poor choice of words. It is the obligation of the military, all veterans, and all LE, that being law enforcement, it is their responsibility to fulfill their oaths to defend and protect the Constitution of the United States of America. Now, again, I'm reading this, but I am not endorsing this. I could not disagree more with this. He says it would not be a coup. It would be them fulfilling their oath to defend and protect the Constitution of the United States. He said, I would not call this a coup. It is an obligation as set forth in our Declaration of Independence. And then he quotes the section of the Declaration of Independence where it says, when in the course of human events. And he's talking about tyranny. And of course, we do have some of that going on right now. But when you say that we are going to follow the course as set forth in the Declaration of Independence, you're talking about starting a new country and putting new people in charge. He will deny this. But when you talk about having the military and law enforcement and retired veterans take over the country in the name of the Constitution is gone. He goes on, the real coup occurred at some point during Obama's first administration. What he's talking about is Obama's first term in office. He's talking about the first 4 years. It's hard to say when, but creeping incrementalism is just as evil as is a violent overthrow, maybe even more so. As such, we are now fighting to defeat the worst kind of tyranny, the insidious kind that creeps up on a populace that is distracted by those who dull the senses, with or without the governed, with lies, subversion, and benefits that amount to little more than bribes. That said, yes, I would support any effort to remove traitors from our government. And he's talking about using the military to remove people from government. Now, I should say here that the second part of what he wrote here is a description of what's been happening, and I agree with most everything he said. But the solution is not a military coup. You can call it something else, and you can say that it's not a military coup, but a military coup is what it is. It's an act of the military that would happen outside of the confines, outside of the parameters as set forth in the Constitution. So by definition, it's a military coup. It's like somebody who's driving a Ferrari and says, no, this is a Volkswagen. And you can call it a Volkswagen all day long. It's still a Ferrari. So this is my response on Facebook. Here is yet another supposed conservative calling for a military coup. Utter stupidity. I'm sorry, Michael. You can block me, I guess, if you must. But this is really dangerous manure you're spreading in the name of patriotism. A military coup is a military coup, whatever you call it. There is a constitutional format for removing the president from office. That's the way we do it. If you espouse a military coup, you end up with no Bill of Rights, no Declaration of Independence, and no Constitution. It's all out the window. And who knows who is going to take over after a military coup? No, 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 thank you. I realize that people really want to get rid of Barack Obozo. I understand it. I agree with it. But you've got to use the constitutional methods. Because, and it's frustrating because the Democrats run the Senate and the Republicans in the House could bring impeachment charges against the president and outline a very convincing case. But the Democrats in the U.S. Senate are never going to vote for impeachment or for conviction. And so you would end up giving Barack Obama a huge victory right before the 2014 elections. And we can't have that.
The Jimmy Z Show.